Hello everyone. Welcome to Divine Debut 11. This is Kathy speaking, and thank you so much for joining us here. It is the messenger is here, and it's the 3rd of December of 2024. As you could see on my little quartz crystal, there's a little ladybug. She's been oh my god, she's going into the candle. No, darling, get out. Get out. Oh my god, she's in panic mode. She was drawn to the light, but she's been on my table since last night. And she did fly a little bit. I was playing with her in my hands yesterday, and I was trying to get her to fly away. But she just wasn't going away, and I was totally surprised as I came here to do the reading today. So, my God, I mean, I don't know those of you that are into spirit animal totems, but she's a sign of good luck, abundance, spiritual guidance, positive change and transformation, lightheartedness. She's about affection and loving relationships as well as protection. And this is the information that I got from spiritsymbolism.com. I think that's the address. I will leave that for you at the end of the video, so that you could see which side I got this from. Okay. There was Is it recording? We had a blackout. Oh my God. We had a blackout. That's a surprise. Anyway, it's incredible that I'm still recording. I cannot believe this. So I don't know how that happened. I don't know what's going on, everyone, today as the moon is transiting through Capricorn. Our little ladybug is somewhere here. The negative symbolic meanings are a lack of focus or direction, and a fear of change, or being overly passive, difficulty in understanding and dealing with emotions. We know times are not easy. Let's see what the messenger brings us today. What are the messages? Thank you, Spirit. And we will take a Spirit of the Animals Oracle at the end of the reading. So thank you all so much for your love, your support, and being here. The month ahead astrology for December is up. For those of you that are patrons, the love readings are up. The new moon that we just had is up. And we will be doing a special video analysis, of course, on Mars retrograde. And Mars is retrograding on the 6th, roughly, of December. Now, we've got a very important lineup of planets, a triple conjunction, Venus, Pluto, and Ceres at the 0 degree of Aquarius. We do talk about that in the analysis for December of 2024 through Patreon. It is a very important time as we're coming up to the 6th and 7th of December, but we're already in those energies. So this is more a tarot reading. As you know, the messenger does bring more tarot messages than astrological. So if you're wondering what that could mean, the 0 degree, first degree of Aquarius, which will be very important for all the fixed signs born in the first couple of days of the fixed signs. Rebuild. We've got a tower moment, and Venus has just, yesterday I think it was exact, she had trined from Capricorn over to Taurus. And now Venus is trining over to Medusa, our goal. So there's something about change, unexpected revelations, shocking events relative to females, to love, to money. They should be positive because the trine is the hand of spirit. It's flowing energy. But the fact that Venus and Pluto are going to be conjuncting, that's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, it's change. Let's see what the messenger brings us today. And let's make a wish with a ladybug in autumn and winter season. It's the first time she's actually on my screen. She ain't going nowhere. Come here, baby. Come here, darling. Oh, she doesn't want to get on my hand. She's like, no. No, 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 I don't want that. Okay, okay. Now she's right on my screen. Let's see what's going on. She's just hanging around. I've never had an experience where I saw a lady beetle in this season. Never, ever. And you know, it was interesting because all of spring I did not see one ladybug, and I love them. Absolutely love them. So let's see what the message is. There's something about transformation, and that is a certainty, and I would say more positive towards good changes ahead. Yeah, that Jupiter and the wheel of fate is telling us that surely. So big changes, big shifts, right? And an opportunity to rebuild something that we are revisiting from the past, and that's because we've got so many retrogrades. Mercury, the messenger, is retrograde as well. So, come here, darling. Oops. Oh, okay. Dropped her on my flowers. That's okay. She's on her own journey. We've got a 10 of Wands, which is telling me that we're coming to the end of a heavy burden. We've got 2 10s here, right? There we are. Here you go. Here you go, little one. We've got the 5 of Swords. It's not going to be easy change. And there needs to be no fear. And we need to be more flowing and accepting of changes that we're needing to make. It could be relative to work, to life, to fate, or even relative to our perception or communication with others, involving others. And many times, many times we're stricken by fear. Change is not easy. We know that for sure. Oh, wow. Lovers, the lovers, Gemini is here. We've got Jupiter, Sagittarius, Gemini. This is where Jupiter is opposing Mercury. Jupiter from Gemini opposing Mercury. It's like the tables are turning for me. It's like needing to see the other person's perspective or another perspective, right? Because Jupiter is in the house of Mercury and Mercury is in the house of Jupiter. Yeah? So there's a head of heart decision. There are decisions relative to partnerships, and this is a twin flame soulmate connection for sure. And twin flames usually come when someone is not available. But something has started to come to an end here. It is a heavy burden, and we always talk to the major arcana as the hand of spirit and God. We don't have free will here. And this is also a major arcana card, which is saying something needs to be rebuilt, maybe brought down. Is it our life? Is it our career? Is it a family situation? Is it our beliefs? Or is it a time of luck now, metamorphosis and change? That's relative to Miss Lady Beetle here today. Wow, yes, that's what it's telling me. Spirit is telling me exactly that's what's going on. Someone desires this new beginning, this opportunity. It could be a new business, a new... some of you may be stepping out and doing your own business. This is desire, passion. It's also a very sexual connotation, a new beginning in an intimate connection. Remember, this turns into the Ace of Wands. It is like a double message. What is this desire and this passion about? And what's interesting is that Mars is going to retrograde in a few days. So Mars is very stopped, almost totally. So he's stationing, he's pressing on the brakes, in the sign of Leo. So again, you know, fixed signs more so being affected. And we all have those fixed areas in our chart of Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. So we're pressing on the brakes. We've got to go backwards. We have to internalize, maybe go inwards, maybe meditate. The stars are saying, even though we're on a new moon in Sag, it's going to start to wax, right? It took place on the 1st of December. But that new moon was on Antares, which is all about fights. Archangel Uriel. Maybe send your wishes out to Archangel Uriel. And let's hope for peace in our lives, in our jobs, in our careers, in our relationships, and in our homes, but also in the world. Okay, because there's a lot of frustration. Mars now stopping, and turning back in Leo. Leo is leadership. It's matters of heart. It's the inner child. It's a risk that's taken in love, dating, being intimate with someone, taking a risk on love. Something needs to be seen from the past. Something needs to be revisited so that we could rebuild. We've got second chances. Looks like it's going to be very interesting coming up to that full moon in Gemini on the 15th of December. We should have more clarity because we know the full moon, it takes the light of the sun and something is completing. Maybe this is a 6 months chapter from the Gemini season. Now, when we had the new Gemini moon, this is the full moon in Gemini now. So think back to the Gemini season, that seed that was planted in the Gemini season. What was going on for you? Someone has seen the light or is having the revelation here, because we see the light here, right? This is also great advice. It could be spiritual. It could be through meditation. Someone's seen the light that maybe you're hoping some answers, to get some answers, some revelations. You know, the moon always speaks to our emotional body. It speaks to our fears, to our dreams. I've been having so many prophetic dreams recently. What about you? I'd love to hear from you if you want to share that. But really, really important time coming up to this full moon in Gemini. Remember, Gemini rules siblings, neighbors, cousins, aunts, uncles, transition, movement, commerce and business, contracts, and the way we communicate, the way we perceive. This is what Gemini is. So it could also speak to decisions, which can involve others. Right? What's beneath the Hermit? We've got a 10 of cups. I was going to say 9 of cups. But there's a stalling. Someone needed time to overcome some heartbreak. It does involve family. You know, the Hermit could be a doctor, could be an advisor, could be a marriage counselor, but can also be a detective for me. Could be an astrologer, could be a tarot reading. Someone's looking into information because there's been no connection, no communication. We've got the 4 and then the 5 of swords. See, someone's been holding back. And Mars retrograde is about holding back, and there can be a lot of anger. There could be a lot of frustration. A lot of things happening that we are not aware about. You know, Mars is the god of war. He could be talking to retaliation, revenge, as Mars is going to oppose Pluto again, but this time at the 0 degree of Leo Aquarius. And you know, collectively that's a bit scary with what's going on with the wars in the world. We know Leo is kings and presidents and Venus now, she's coming up to Pluto. We may see a powerful female coming into office, or some news about females Negative news, let's say. Physical loss of females. Pluto, we know, is change, but it's also very poisonous. Anyway, let's move towards more positive thoughts. Let's see what's going on emotionally whenever you receive this message, even though it's the 3rd of December. Could be you, your emotions, your unconscious coming through, or it could be the person you are thinking about. Lessons, and we've got an open book here about a karmic partner, relative to a karmic partner. We've got Pisces. We see the moon here, and we've got the moon here as well. So some of you may need to trust your intuition until you actually have the concrete details about what's going on relative to this karmic partner, a person who's come into your life to teach you something, or have you taught them something? Someone's picking up on the vibration, someone's in meditation mode, seeing signs and synchronicities. It could be relative to summer, going back, summer season, or going forward if you're in the southern hemisphere. You've just stepped into summer now, let's say. Summer is Leo. It's a Leo card, but it can also, even though it takes us back to summer season, the Leo season more than likely, which would be August, end of July and August. If I can remember right, we know that Jupiter and Saturn are squaring, and that's the inability to expand. That is financial issues as well. And we're going to see them connecting 3 times this square, which Saturn is in Pisces and Jupiter is in Gemini. So it's the mutable signs that are more so affected born in the mid-season, right, of those signs. This now, Christmas Eve, we're going to have that exact square again, which is, we're going to have some crisis around Christmas, before and even after. But something is pointing back to August, I'm going to say. And then they're going to connect again in summer in the Northern Hemisphere next year, but they're changing signs. You know, mutable means change. And we're hoping to expand, to explore, to understand, to see, to be justified. But Saturn is saying there's still work to be done. Saturn is pressing the brakes, especially now as we've got many retrogrades. But sometimes there are gifts in going back. We've got crossroads, and crossroads mean could be a potential for a door opening, but we see the signpost showing us the way. So there could be dilemmas or adjustments that need to be made. Let's see. Forgiveness. So there's a dilemma relative to the season of August, possibly this year, where a divine masculine is asking for forgiveness. There could be a lot of anger here and a lot of competitive energies as well. Now, if it's not a divine masculine, it could be a feminine, doesn't really matter. But there's a necessity for forgiveness here. Obviously, something has been done that was maybe deceptive. This could be coming to our understanding. Let me get more information on that. There's grief from the divine feminine. And we've got the 5th dimension. I rest my case. This is a twin flame connection. My dear friends, remember how I said about the prophetic dreams? Do pay attention to your dreams. Some of you have gone through a separation. But there's also been recognition. Maybe the separation happened in summer, back in August, maybe. Oh my God, big dreams. What I was talking about, right? I was talking about prophetic dreams. This is the prophetic dream card. Let me get some more light for us. Prophetic dreams. This card is called Big Dreams, and it could be illusion or a dream that we're hoping to build on. Maybe something was not working out, it wasn't built well, it needs to be broken down and started again. It's like a restart for me. Let's see. Let's get a little bit more information. What's beneath that? Mask, yeah. Yep, things are trying to be kept secret, but nothing is going to be kept secret. No secrets can stand. They always come to see the light of day. Let's see what this moon card speaks to. We've got a Knight of Cups. So this is the masculine, let's say, the lover, let's say. He's showing up as a masculine, right? Even though it could be any gender, but it is the Knight of Cups, so Scorpio also comes through here. So we know knights usually protect their heart. They've been hurt before maybe, so maybe they hold secretive emotions. It could be relative to anger, but also there's a very strong sexual desire, which they could also be holding back on. And we've got, it's called the Maid. So we've got a more so dark-haired woman here. Someone, we've got a queen here nevertheless. Could be any queen, Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords. Could be any. She's coming through more as Queen of Wands. But she usually is more, well, as I said, on the dark side. But there's a difference in age here, or maturity. But she can also be someone who is an entrepreneur, someone that's quite powerful. But the card is called the Maid. So Maid means service. Someone who's there for others, let's say. Let's get one more. So we've got two figures here. What's sitting between them? We've got another masculine king of fire, King of Wands or King of Swords, and it's called the Physician, the doctor, nevertheless. So this could be a love triangle, of course, where the Knight of Cups could be the outsider, the third person, because we've got the King and the Queen of Wands or Swords. Take it as you wish. But there's something to do with healing here, because we've got the doctor. Something needs to be healed, redone. Remember the Physician? We've also got the Physician here. This is Virgo energy. Virgo is of service. What's at the foundation? We've got a journey. A journey opens up. So, someone's needing to make a decision. Could be a business trip, could be a partnership decision or transition. It could be teamwork, trust, honesty, but also a helping hand in a repetitive situation, which could be a karmic situation. This also speaks to second marriages, so a second chance at a marriage, at a commitment or a contract. But there's a physical journey that is opening up, or someone needs to cover physical distance. So that's what we have. Remember the fifth dimension card in this Mystic Moon Oracles, it does remind me of, when we sleep, we time travel and we see the twin flames connecting on the fifth dimension. So pay attention to your dreams. You will receive messages. Since this has worked out to be a love reading, let's take a romance angel. It's more so inclined towards, yes, a love reading. And what can I say? Yeah, it speaks to a wedding, a goal, an opportunity, a job, and a responsibility. This is the Ace of Wands. This is what someone really wants, and they're ready to take action. But you know what? It may not happen tomorrow. With all these retrogrades, we may need to wait until early January when things, Mercury's come out of his retrograde. Mars will still be retrograde, so for some of you it could take longer than January. Something involving a trip, nevertheless. Keep an open mind. There are second thoughts about keeping an open mind because the card turned to the side. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So obviously there's something to do with your love life and your spiritual path. Religious factors are religious thoughts. It's dogmatism, which we're in the Sagittarius season now. Some people do hold great, they're very stuck on, because that's what Sagittarius is. This is what I believe. This is what's my truth. And there may be a clash there. And beliefs can involve anything, right? All right, let's take a couple of love messages. Only three. Only three. And then we will take a spirit animal and finish this reading. Did we have a card flip? Yes, we did. I've never forgotten you, even though you think I have. Well, the cards speak for themselves. And thank you, Spirit. I just have to do something else right now. Please try to understand. And I know you're right, but I need to come to my own conclusions. That is right on point about what I was talking about someone's perception, their thoughts, their beliefs. Okay? So maybe that's why we've got the challenging energies of the Ten of Wands and the Five of Swords and the Moon. Maybe someone needs time because they need to come to their own conclusion, their own decision. We may have answers. The closest would be, time-wise, it could be any time, could even be now for some of you. But coming up to the full moon, mid-month of December, unless you're watching this at a much later date, then take the reading and the messages as they resonate for you. All right? So thank you, dear Mercury, dear Hermes, for your messages. Thank you, Spirit. Now let's see. My little ladybug, I'm wondering if she's going to still be here tomorrow. Tomorrow on the love reading. Lady Luck is on her way. Let's see what comes through in the animal spirit, the spirit of the animals oracle, and this is by Jody Bergsma, if you're interested in this deck. What is the message today, dear Spirit? What is the advice? What is the advice? And we have Dragon, Supernatural. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. This is a shapeshift card, my friends. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. I want to show you. Is it next year? I think that's going to be the year of the dragon in Chinese astrology. I don't know. I can't remember. Or is it this year? Those of you that are aware and know, please comment and let me know. So I'm going to read it again. Dragon and Supernatural. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. I'm going to say, because when we talk about dignity, it's about doing the right thing, being grounded, being truthful, right? And being of service, but also being very spiritually aware and connected. Because this is we know that the hermit is also a sage. So this could be someone in your life that you need to, or that you're looking for advice into. But this could also be your energy, and you are the sage for your own life. So trust in your intuition. Trust in what the signs are telling you. God knows I've had so many signs recently. It's just everything is screaming out to me. Love to hear from you, and please tell me if that's the case with you. Thank you so much, everyone. I will be back. Lady Luck is here. For each of us, it will be at a different time when the wheel turns in our favor. There is a little bit of work more to be done, but as I said, it's not far and it's around the corner, everyone. Don't stop believing. Much love to all of you. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. It always helps the channel. Okay, that's it. Talk to you tomorrow. Ta-da.